Hi, I was recently invited by Social Champ to do an AMA, and I thought I would repurpose that into this video. So let's look at the questions and some of the answers. All right. So Yuma says, what are the best practices to gain organic reach for social media posts? My answer was, in order to get, you have to give. Make sure your brand is replying to other people's posts as well as replying to comments on your own. That makes a big difference to people. Reciprocity. I talk more about it in my book, The Keys to Being Social, which you can find on Amazon.com. And I have a whole chapter about reciprocity. So definitely check that out. Maggie asks, hi, how should we go on about planning content strategies for social media? What things should one consider including in it? And I answered, great question, Maggie. Content should support your business goals. Start with a marketing brief. Specifically, content should be helpful. If customers are repeatedly asking you a specific question, answer it in a blog post or a video, or both. I did this a lot when I was a secretary. If there was a miscellaneous file and there were three of the same thing in that miscellaneous file, make a new file. So if your customers are asking you questions over and over and over again, then make a video or write a blog post, or both. All right, Andrew says, hey, Bridget Willard, thanks for being here today. What can a person do on social media to increase the following? One of the best ways to increase your following on Twitter is to follow people back. Use your Twitter lists. Don't worry about people clogging up your feed. Be generous and be helpful. Fahad said, you are a speaker and a marketing consultant. Between these two, which one do you enjoy the most and why? I really love consulting. It makes me so happy to see business owners get the most out of their social media efforts by giving them confidence and a strategy that actually works. I had the greatest meeting earlier today and did that exact same thing. It just makes me happy. Tusef says, hey, Bridget Willard, can you please let me know how to come up with different ideas for social media campaigns? Campaigns should support your overall strategy, and the strategy should start with your business goals. It depends is an annoying answer, but yes, it does depend. However, spending time reading the posts from your audience helps. What questions are they asking in pre-sales or support tickets? What do you want the audience to feel after using your product? Gimmicks work for a few minutes, but involving people and building community works for the lifetime of the customer. Munib Syed says, first of all, thanks for taking out the time from your busy schedule. I would like to know how one can leverage social media to generate leads for businesses. And I said, I actually have a video on how to do biz dev on Twitter, but the short answer is spend time reading other people's posts and being helpful. You want to build a relationship. Don't cold call them. A great way to do this is following hashtags, trending topics, searching for a question you think maybe your audience will do, and taking that time out on Twitter to do it. Syed says, hi, Bridget Willard. How should one utilize analytics to plan social media campaigns? Analytics should indicate that you're doing the right thing. One thing to remember is those analytics are a picture of the past. It shows your behavior and the customer's behavior. It doesn't show things you can't measure, like sentiment and how you feel when you're with those people. Mark Cooper says, What's your opinion on influencer marketing? Should brands focus on incorporating them in their social media strategy? Everyone is an influencer. Paying stars is a waste of marketing budget, in my humble opinion. Instead, build and reward the super fans you already have. Put them on special Twitter lists. Ask them to guest blog posts. Invite them on a podcast. Send them swag no one else gets or can buy on your website. Build a community of people, not a group of people following money. If they follow you because they love your product, money won't lure them to the next highest bidder. Mariam says, hey, great session. Here's my question. What is the best approach to find relevant hashtags for your niche? Hashtag research is simply that, research. Spend time on Twitter and Instagram looking at the hashtags people are using in your niche and test. Introduce a hashtag and ensure that tag is relevant to the text and the caption or tweet, especially on Instagram. The algorithm shadow bans, from what I've heard. Keyword stuffing, so to speak. So you'll want to be sure the caption is relevant. Don't just put hashtag SATX when it's not talking about San Antonio, Texas, for example. And be sure you're following back your followers, replying to their comments and not just liking them, and commenting on other people's posts. This is huge. There is no magic in marketing, and hashtags are far from a work saver. Do the work. Let's see. Mustasam says, happy to see you answering questions. Wondering, what resources do you prefer to distribute repurposed content other than LinkedIn and YouTube? I am a huge fan of Twitter. Facebook pages, LinkedIn, YouTube are great ways to repurpose. Don't forget that you can publish articles on LinkedIn as well as Medium to get different audiences. You can publish a teaser and say, read the rest at link. I also use Revival Posts to publish on Google My Business. It's important to distribute content there as well. Let's see if there are any more. That's it. That's all the questions. And I added one thing. Quora is a great source of ideas for content. People are always asking questions there as well as in Facebook groups. Facebook groups are great if you use them to gather insight on your audience and actually engage with them. So I hope you appreciated this little bit of Q&A with me from the Social Champ Facebook group. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.